Hey there! Thanks for coming and checking out my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading about what your next step in your career is. I'm really excited to get into this one because it's the first time I have done a career reading. And this year I've been working really hard on developing skills for my new career that I'm trying to manifest. So if that sounds like something you're trying to do, you're in the right place. Let's get started. All right, to start off this reading, I wanted to light a candle. And once this candle is lit, I will talk about these tingsha bells that I got for Christmas from my sister. I asked her for them and I actually got them, and I'm so thankful because they are one addition to my collection that I have not had yet. It is working with sound healing, and it's my first device to work with sound healing besides listening to videos on YouTube. So I'm blessed that my sister heard me out and bought these for me. So, and they have flowers on them, lotus flowers, which she knows that I like. So here are the bells. And we just ring them together. And it clears out any old energy. So I'm going to do it 2 more times, and I hope this is not too loud. So that is really cool, and I love the sounds of bells. I have actually, I bought this candle holder that has these gems on the bottom because it makes this sound. And I like that sound. So I assume I am naturally drawn to sound healing, as many of us are if you listen to a lot of music. So yeah, that's my little intro here. Let's get into the cards. I'm going to say that one wanted to stay. So pile 1. And these cards I wrote myself with the help of my spirit guides. They help me channel these sayings. And really the sayings are just things that they say to me often in my head. And I figured that would allow me to put the inside outside a little bit. And maybe one day I will be able to publish this deck and other people can get their hands on it. Right now, I just finished typing up my book, my workbook that I've been working on for a few years now, and I'm hoping to get that published before the half of the year is up. February or March, I'm going to start talking to a publisher after I have a couple people reading and helping me fix it up a little bit. So now let's get into the cards. Let's see what number 1 is here. Learn to give love to yourself first and become your own best friend. Good advice. All right. Pile 2. Reality is the perspective you create. Do not let others influence what you believe. Very important. And addiction is an illusion. What are you really missing inside of you? Okay, so this reading is about what your next step in career is. So if you identify with one of these, if you feel like one of these things is keeping you stuck, then that is the pile for you. So you can skip forward to the timestamp if you'd like. Otherwise, I'm going to start organizing the cards. This Seasons of the Witch Oracle is also a Christmas present that my sister sent to me, so thank you, Ashley. And I have not used this in a reading yet, but I absolutely love the cards. It's like it's a witchy Christmas, but it has to do with the Yule, which is a pagan holiday that is like Christmas. And if you ask me, Yule's been around for many years, and we just changed it into our more a modern version, which is Christmas here. Okay, and these cards are great for shadow work and recognizing what is in the shadows still and what you need to work on. So we got those out for each pile. I'll keep the book out in case I need to reference. I also have my trusty Archangel Power Tarot here. I have had these cards for probably 4 or 5 years now, and they teach me a lot. I enjoy the perspective that they give me here. So let's see here. This one's sticking out. Let's see what the cards have for pile number 2. Okay, I'm seeing this one. And let's see, pile number 3. Okay, and I'm going to grab one more for each pile here to get a deeper understanding about what's going on here. Okay, and one more for pile 3. All right, that came out pretty quick. All right. And last but not least, I have another Doreen Virtue deck. She also wrote the Archangel Power Tarot. And this is the Healing with Angels Oracle. I was drawn to pick up this deck for this reading. And this was actually the first deck that I ever bought in my whole card reading career. And I was just in love with it because I grew up Catholic, raised Christian, and so I tied in with the archangels very well. I've always believed that angels are there helping us. All right. And that is kind of that was my original stepping stone into speaking with my spirit guides, was that I wanted to connect with the angels. And it kind of just ended up like this. And I know that this is still just the beginning. I can't wait to see what other work that this universe wants me to do with them. All right, so the question is, what is my next step in my career? And we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So pick your pile, and we will get into pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. Learn to give love to yourself first and become your own best friend. This is your next step in your career. This has to do a lot with learning to be your own person. Be comfortable holding opinions that you generate from yourself, and be comfortable not needing other people to agree with those opinions, and make sure that you have your own back before you have other people's back. Okay, it's good to have friends, but it's even better to be your own best friend, because at the end of the day, you are only in control of your own body, and you cannot determine what other people are going to do. Okay, so let's set all of the cards out and see what we have here. Celebration. Okay. The 5 of Raphael. Here, I'm going to put this down here. Okay. The Queen of Gabriel. And family. Okay, I'm just going to move these cards so we can see them a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to read the Archangel Tarot down here and see what the cards have to say. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. And the Queen says, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. So I'm getting the vibes that you have something going on in your life or in your work career right now that you are afraid of doing on your own. You're afraid that you're going to continue to be alone on this and that people aren't going to come in and give you support. Okay? But the universe here is saying you have reasons to celebrate. Okay? You've worked so hard to come to this conclusion of understanding what you want to do for your career. Okay? Be happy that you are here now. And it says, family, thy love is present in the presence of thee, a comforting veil that warms the heart and hugs the soul. So either you need to let this in, or you are learning to let this in now. This feeling of being content where you are in your world. Or having your family around you, or maybe you're trying to create these people around you that are going to help you along your journey, and you probably want them to be the nicest and the best fit for your journey, for your mission. Okay? And these cards down here are saying everything happens for a reason. Release the old. So maybe you've had old friendships that have not gone the way that you were hoping for. Okay? Release that oldness. And in this card here, she has all these open gifts, but she's looking for the new one. So it could be that you could it seems like you are focusing on what you don't have yet rather than all of what you do have. And oftentimes other people are just unsure of what to think. The lack of words do not necessarily mean that they are judging you. It doesn't mean that they're not open to it, okay? So it's good that you have this new goal in your career, okay? But make sure you look back and remember all the things that brought you to this point, okay? And it seems like this is an emotional thing for you. This is something that is internal. It's not necessarily going to be the physical things that brought you to this point. Maybe it is the courage that you've had in the past, the dedication that you've had in the past. Okay, revisit that again. Maybe celebrate how far that you've come. Okay, and this will help you love yourself for who you've become. And becoming your own best friend is appreciating all of the work and attention that you give yourself. Okay, it's great that you have been putting yourself first. And finally, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. So this is a confirmation that you are able to attract this family. Maybe you're looking for a new family. Okay, once you know your boundaries and what you want in life and what you deserve, you will attract people who have the same values and morals and principles as you. And if you're looking to start a family, think about what things you want to do in this relationship, in this family unit. How do you want to teach your child to grow? Okay, not necessarily what career you want them to be in, okay, but teaching them the morals and the values that you want to find in someone else. And if this has to do with your job, it is finding the morals and values of the people that you want to work with. So, for example, I am looking for people who are dedicated to healing the soul and teaching other people how to heal themselves. And I want those people that are there to help me to live by love and compassion and understanding and patience. And even if maybe those people also communicate with their higher self and are in touch with being their own best friend, okay? Now, there's one more thing that they want me to say before we close off this reading, and that is learn to give yourself love first, okay? So first, you must make sure that you are all good, okay? If something don't feel right, question it. That is giving yourself love, trying to be understanding of why you feel a certain way, okay? Do not blame that feeling on other people. That thing that that person did triggered this feeling inside of you. So focus on that feeling and come at it with love. Come at it with understanding. Try to do some journaling and ask yourself, what is happening? Why am I feeling this way? How can I fix it? How can I get better? Okay, this is the basis to becoming your own best friend. And if you're trying to make friends with other people, it's also important that you do not become the victim in relationships. Okay, speak up for yourself and make sure that you are heard. Do not let other people walk all over you, because that is not how you show love. And if other people are refusing to show you love, then consider finding a new person, finding a new partner or a match or whatever you're looking for. Okay, thank you so much for watching. You are brilliant and independent and charming and passionate, as it says here on this card, and just keep up that energy. Okay, I'm right before we go, I'm seeing that the moon is here, so it's very possible you need to look back inside of yourself to discover the answers that you're looking for the next step of your career. If it's fear, trust that you can journal about that fear and identify it and consider alternatives. Consider if that is really actually a problem, or if it is just motivation to help you get to the next step. So thank you so much for watching, and love and light. All right, pile number 2. Your card is reality is the perspective you create. Do not let others influence what you believe. So off the bat, I am getting the vibes that you have an opinion about your career, and you are afraid of what other people are going to think about you, or you are too open to suggestion, and by being too open to suggestion, you are lost. Okay, so do not let others influence what you believe. You believe these things because they are part of your path. They are part of your soul's mission. All right, so let's get these cards out. We have support, and right off the bat, I would say Spirit is supporting you wholeheartedly. Okay, this is your world here. The spirits are around you, making sure that everything goes to plan. And we have the Yule log. It says, insert me with a bleeding thought, a sacred creation birthed from thy. I am God, I am goddess, I am creation and the creator. So for sure, this most definitely sounds like a confirmation that you are creating your perspective, your job, your mission, or your message to the world. Okay, trust that you are connected to yourself, your higher self, your life blueprint. You're connected. And as you continue creating, the blueprint continues getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you keep learning the steps, okay? Taking the baby steps here. All right. We have the 10 of Michael and divine guidance. So I love that you have 2 spots, 2 cards here that is showing that the universe has your back. Okay, do not let others influence what you believe. Okay, others, the people in the physical world, okay, the people in the physical world have their ego blocking them. Okay, they are basing what they say off of their own experiences, their own perceived achievements and failures. But what you can do is connect to the spirit realm. The spirit realm does not have a physical body. It cannot stop you. Or, I mean, the physical body stops you from seeing all ways. But as a spirit, you can see all ways, and you can be, or spirit can be anywhere at any time. Anytime you call upon them, they appear, and they're never too busy for you. Okay? When people pass away, their soul comes back to be with their loved ones. And I literally just saw a chickadee fly, or no, maybe that's a house finch, fly into the bushes right when I said the past loved ones come back. Okay, that is a confirmation. If you see a bird today flying in front of you, that is a confirmation from your past loved ones that they are here supporting you. Support. Okay, so divine guidance. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Okay, reality is the perspective you create. And this perspective can be filled with negative thoughts or optimistic, positive thoughts. And so they're saying, search for the meaning in your life. Consider an alternative approach. And this alternative approach could be something that you've always wanted from being a small child. Okay, and I'm seeing here on the bottom, there's many different symbols of different religions. Okay, you get to choose what you believe in. If you don't want to believe in a higher power, feel free. Okay, but for me, it is this comfort that I have that there are spirits out there that want to help me make the right decision for my life. Okay, I will ask, what's the best thing for me to do to get the best outcome? And they'll give me an answer. And if I don't want to do that, I don't have to. I have free will. I do not have to let them influence it. But because I trust that they are here for my highest good, I get the answer for my highest good. Okay, and I don't want to touch on this too long because I try to be really positive. But if you're working with us, if you choose to work on the dark side, you will get those answers too. But I have made it known that I do not welcome darkness into my work, and I only want information from the highest, the most loving and pure spirits, the ones who are here to help humanity move forward in this time. Okay, so I trust that what I'm getting is good information because that's what I ask for. Okay, reality is the perspective that I'm creating. Okay, this is my reality because I'm choosing to focus on the light. All right, and here, as I said, the light, I notice we have the candles here, and I have a candle burning, and there's also stars back there. Okay, so everything is energy. All right, even a chair that you're sitting on is low vibrating energy. If it's a wooden chair, it once was a tree which was full of energy because it grew. Okay, that is just touching on that, but we will move on to this card here. 10 of Michael. A situation has ended, and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So when this comes to work, I'm feeling that maybe you haven't had a job and you've been trying to create a job for yourself, some kind of sole proprietorship or LLC, something that you're trying to work for yourself because you want to build a solid foundation, and that's great. Okay, and this person is bowing. So I feel like you are saying, this is the end. I'm at this point. where I did what I had to in the past to survive. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. But now you are changing your perspective. You are trusting that you have the support. Okay. You are the creator and you're seeing the light of creation. And I'm getting here, the mushrooms are grown because something is rotting, something is turning into dirt, and the mushrooms are like eating away at that thing. I could be wrong about that, but I assume that is what it means. So it could be that you are starting to eat away at that old part of you and you're starting to become this new person. Okay, so when she stands up again on the stage, this ballerina, she can do a whole nother routine. All right, new opportunities for happiness will follow. Put the past behind you. All right, and putting the past behind you is one day at a time. Okay, and I am seeing a dog here now, and I'm seeing the swans. So be graceful and be kind, be a companion, okay, to these people that are in your life. Maybe even the new people that are coming into your life, and also yourself. Okay, and now they're showing me this woman here has her nails are done up. So treat yourself with love. Okay, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to have a little self-care day. You can put a mask on, do your nails, whatever, go for a walk, eat something healthy, whatever you feel like doing that'll make you feel good. Do that, and then do it every day because it will help you create this perspective of being happy. Okay, and if other people are choosing to say that they don't want you or they don't think you should be doing that, do not believe them. Okay, only focus on the people who are supporting your new endeavor. And the universe is saying, you got this. Okay, you got this. And I'm getting one last message that if you are trying to create your own sole proprietorship or your new business that you run by yourself, you have to be in the best health possible. And that's why they were showing me this self-love thing. Make sure that you're eating the right food. Make sure that you're doing all of the things like taking walks, watching how much sugar you eat. Okay, make sure that you are doing all of the things to keep your body healthy so that you have a lot of energy to continue to create this new step in your career. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this message resonated with you and you got some good information, and love and light. Hey, pile number 3, we have addiction is an illusion. What are you really missing inside of you? So often we have this bad feeling, and we've lived with this bad feeling for a real long time, so long that we don't even know where it originated from. And often we don't even know what word to put on it. It's just this empty, uncomfortable feeling. Okay? Addiction is the thing that fills that place. Okay? What are you really missing inside of you? Now, since this is a career reading, I could assume that you're a workaholic, that you work a lot. I could also assume that just to get to work, you have to have a cigarette, a coffee, this and that to even get yourself to that place. Okay, and then maybe you are miserable. So what is your next step in this career? Well, your next step is identifying what is really missing inside of you. Okay, are you just wanting a rewarding job? Okay, these are questions that you need to ask yourself. I cannot answer these questions for you. I can only give you the guidance to help you get to this point, but you are the one that the answers originate from. So that is my little reading there to start with. Okay, and we have nature. So automatically spend time in nature. Go for a walk, okay? Do something to get your mind off of these addictions. But beyond that, what you're really missing inside of you, when I see this nature, I imagine someone being completely at peace without a bunch of distractions, without a bunch of responsibilities, and being in nature to reset your energy. It only takes 10 minutes. I like to take 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Okay, I go for walks that are about 30 to 40 minutes, and I track my steps to make me feel motivated and see my progress, make me feel like it's not all for nothing. And it's actually, walking has turned into an addiction. But everything in moderation. Like I said, I only go for like 30-minute walks a day. Sometimes I'll get 2 walks in. If my son's playing at the playground, I'll walk around the parking lot while he's playing because he's old enough to be there and I can trust him. I can still see him at every moment, let me just say. But back to what we're talking about here. It doesn't take much to go into nature and reset, and make sure it doesn't become an addictive habit, okay? Don't make all your responsibilities, don't put all of your responsibilities on the back burner to be in nature all the time. Get your responsibilities done. Maybe on your lunch hour, you go walk around outside, okay? Turn your phone off. Maybe you listen to some classical music or something without words, and you just be in the present moment, and you eat your apple, or you eat your chicken, or you drink your water, okay? These are acts of self-love, and eating natural foods that come from nature will replenish our bodies in this better way than processed foods, because we too are from nature, okay? We come in just the same way as the animals and the plants. We are from a seed. We grow, we live with cells in our bodies, and then we die, and we need water. So that is what I have to say for those cards. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we have the Page of Raphael, and it's asking you to be gentle, loving, dreamy, and open-hearted with yourself. And before I get to this card, I also just wanted to say, if your addiction is working too much, definitely you need a break, okay? Take this time for yourself so that you can come back stronger than ever and more focused, because you don't feel burnt out. And it's important that you eat the healthy foods. Give yourself some brain food. All right. So what is your next step in your career? Okay, it says a new emotional situation. So this is a whole new situation. This is a whole new way of looking at your life. Okay, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. Okay, so maybe there is something that, like, after work, you and the people go out for a drink, and every time you get home, you have more alcohol because you're already drunk, or something like that. Okay, focus on those addictions. What's that path? Because if you no longer want to be addicted to alcohol, for example, then you can decide to do something else after work. Okay, you could say, does anyone want to go on a hike with me after work? Or does anyone want to go play bingo with me after work? Okay, those are just examples, but putting yourself in places that do not have this addictive chemical, you may not even feel like, the next one that just came to mind was going to a movie. Okay, the step is to get rid of the situation that is causing you the most trouble here with your work. Okay, it is very possible that something is going on in your work life that is causing you to feel like you have no control, but you do. And do not be afraid of what other people are going to think about you. If anything, when you're taking charge of your life, people should respect you for that. Okay, and focus on maybe they can heal too. Okay, so next is 5 of Ariel. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So if you're always saying there's no way I can do this, then you're never going to find a way to do this. Okay, so whatever you just thought of when I said there's no way you can do this, decide to think, maybe there is a way I can do this. How can I do this in another way? Okay, pause for a moment and reconsider. All right, you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. All right, ask the universe to send you a new person that can help you. Okay, maybe you need to save some finances. I see the pentacles here. Okay, maybe you need to choose to walk through this new doorway of this person that you're becoming. Okay, it looks here that you're in thought, you're in meditation, and here you're actually walking out that door. And I will say, while I'm walking and doing my exercises, I definitely feel this release of pent-up energy, and I can think about my goals. And when I'm physically walking forward, I feel like I can walk towards my goals. It's a really cool thing that I never explored before, because I've only been walking since the beginning of 2022. So it's very great. All right, so I see light. Okay, and automatically I got the message that what you are missing inside of you is this light. Okay, negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Maybe you've just been too negative in the past. Maybe you have been putting yourself down more than other people put you down. And it's time to change that mindset around. Okay, the thing here says, hope is but a word casting the unseen. Let there be light where light is but a dream. Okay, so if you've identified, once you identify what's really missing inside of you, you can have hope that you can fill that void with light and love, and you can figure out how to fill that void with something new. You have to be open to it. Okay, you see she's in this deep dark cavern, but around her is the light, and she really needs to just take a candle and put it in her heart, metaphorically, not literally, to find the light. I mean, the light's all around her. There's things you could do every single day. You just have to choose to see the lights instead of the darkness. And lastly, we have wreath. There in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. So this means that you create your life, okay? And in this creation of life, some things come to an end, and that is the deaths, okay? And then after the death, there's the new birth. So once this old addiction is dead, you create a new addiction that is starting again. And maybe you get sick of the healthy habit, and you want to make it even better. So that old healthy habit dies, and you can create an even healthier habit. And it goes and goes and goes and goes around and it goes around. And it is the cycle of life, not just physically, but also thoughts. Okay, once you cancel out an old thought, a new cycle begins. And once you outgrow that new cycle, a new cycle begins. So what you need, what your next step in your career is getting rid of the old ways of being and deciding to live a new way of being. Okay, I'm seeing these things hanging around. Okay, look at what's around you and decide, put a label on if it's a healthy habit or an unhealthy habit, and follow the healthy habits. Okay, I just included, I was like, when am I going to go on my walks? I don't know when to go on my walks. So at 1:30, I go and sit in line at the school to pick up my son from school. And so at 1:30 now, I sit in line and I eat my lunch and I wait for my son to get off school. But at 1 o'clock, 30 minutes before, I am able to go for a walk. And now I'm not saying that you have to follow that schedule, not at all. You figure out where it'll fit into your life. But if I wasn't sitting there if I wasn't walking for those 30 minutes, I would just be sitting on my couch, on my phone, watching TV, wasting time on doing something. Instead, I walk around, it's not about losing weight. I get healthier, my cardio is up, my endurance is up, and I don't feel tired at the end of it. It's just, and then I also have this time to spend in nature and to think. And I listen to other readers that have positive, uplifting messages. Okay, and I have this drive, okay, that we're talking about walking through that door. And I'm seeing Archangel Raphael is here, and he is the angel of healing, and he's saying, I'm here to help you heal this addiction. It is just an illusion to mummify this uncomfortable feeling. So please identify these feelings by giving them names and tell them that they're no longer welcome in your life and you are looking for these other good feelings to fill their place. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this reading resonated with you, and I hope that when you get to this new level of your personality, that it will help you in all ways in your career by setting boundaries, developing better relationships with better people, and just overall feeling better about your life. Love and light.